Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to make carcass dovetails. I've finished chopping the mortise and see I've got a haunch on there. That haunch on the tenon you can see is much longer than the thickness of the top rail, which means that when we put the dovetail in the top of the leg it won't interfere with the mortise. On the opening for what's going to be for a drawer or something like that, I've marked in, as you can see, 2 mortises, and that will be for the bottom rail underneath the drawer. So that will be going in like so. So I need to cut 2 tenons on the end of that board, and I also need to offset it so that this part goes all the way to the shoulder and a little bit further, and we'll set that into a little groove. Okay, so I've completed the 2 square mortises here, and we completed that one earlier on. So the tenon goes in here. And I've also put a slot in here to connect the bottom rail below the drawer. That's got, as you can see, 2 tenons on it, square tenons on it, and it's also got this little tenon on there which will sit in this slot. So that goes in there, like so, and then we can do the actual carcass dovetail. I've set my marking gauge to the distance that the front rail is set back down here from the leg, front of the leg. So I bring it up on the top of the leg. I can bring in my top member, knock it up against the cutter, and slide it back until we're something like about 1/8 of an inch back from the edge of the side rail. Now this would depend if the side rail was close to the inside of the leg, and we could come up close to the outside of the leg itself here and have a dovetail that was further into the leg, and the dovetail here could be held forwards, but because they're quite close on the outside, we'll do them ending in the same place. So with that in place, I want to mark the baseline for the dovetail into the rail, and also for the baseline of the dovetail into the leg. So what we're going to see is baseline for the leg dovetail and a baseline for the rail dovetail. The other thing I need to know is how wide that top dovetail can be. So I'll put that board back. I don't want to interfere with the haunch in the side rail, so let's go out to slightly less than that, about 1/8 of an inch less than that. And then we'll hold it back a little bit from the front of the leg. Probably 3/16. The dovetail into the side rail, that can come at towards the back of this board, so we can start with this rear corner and then come across to within about quarter of an inch of the leg. Again, these are not prescribed. You could use your own common sense for these. So now I know how wide the tails are going to be, and I know where the base lines are going to be. I can draw those in, and we should be aiming on this sort of joint, a carcass joint, for about a 1 in 5 slope angle. Now I can simply mark round the tails with the board in position. And excavate for those. So there's a completed carcass dovetail. This example being where you've got either panelled sides, or maybe it's a table with a drawer coming out here. The large tail into the leg and the smaller tail into the side rail. Great joint to know. Cheerio.